Welcome to the best week of the sports gambling year. Got March Madness. I lived for these first 4 days of March Madness. Started when I was in high school. I literally would have baseball practice. I would literally be at baseball practice checking the scores, how my bracket's doing. And then once, you start gambling on sports, it's a bit more than just checking your bracket because your bracket's usually cooked in the first week. Conference tourneys were a blast. The Discord went crazy with live bets and every kind of which way parlay, straight bets. We were crushing it. Shout out to Temple Owls plus 700 versus FAU.
Hoot hoot.
My alma mater. Alma mater. They cooked. It sucks they couldn't beat UAB, but UAB is good.
They ran
made
into
a lot
a
of
wagon.
threes. We hit Temple for 500 on plus 700. Walked away with $4,000.
Thank you.
Shout out the Owls. Shout out Coach Fish, man. He had them boys humming after the allegations of some pretty serious allegations. Anytime you get like a fixing the game type of thing, you're not like they lost by UAB. They lost UAB by 40 when they had those first allegations, but they came out and cooked after that.
Good to see.
Good to see. I mean, they won us a lot of money. Also, St. Joe's, they won us a lot of money as well. I loved that St. Joe's team. It sucks that they lost to VCU because I really think they would have won the tourney. They had that game in the bag. They couldn't make shots when it mattered. They couldn't execute. They couldn't get rebounds. VCU kind of just took it. St. Joe's couldn't make shots, but
Yeah.
they were our sleeper team, and we made some good money on them the first couple games.
Yeah, it was exciting.
Auburn minus 2.5, lock. Wisco, or Illinois, when they were down 12 to Nebraska, crushed them plus 250. Wisco money line versus Purdue. We set ourselves up for a big, big week for March Madness, but it can go south very quickly. But I'm excited. Those first 4 days, you tell the wife, you tell everyone, no one bother me from 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. I am gambling on sports, specifically college basketball, all day long. My emotions are going to be at a high. They're going to be at a low. I'm going to make a lot of money. I could lose a lot of money, but just know I'm locked in. I just wish I could give that Tim Tebow speech to the Discord when you'll never see someone work harder than I'm going to work these next 4 days. Really a
More
week,
than
but
that, yeah. No, it's exciting.
the first 4 days are the main days because your adrenaline's at an all-time high. Like you got
There's games on games on games.
I think 11:30 is the start of them, and there's going to be some upsets. There's going to be some blowouts. Just know it will not be easy. I mean, I haven't really looked over the bracket too much yet, but off the top of my head,
we'll run through it.
we'll
during
run
this
through the
stream.
bracket. Yeah, great weekend of college basketball. Also, we've had a lot of news in Philadelphia. We got Saquon Barkley, how he cooked this offseason. He just knows how to adapt to the fans, which I think he didn't know early in his career. He always wanted to be the smartest guy in the room. Look at what I can do. These moves are going to work out, and they always stunk. Now he's like one of us. Mm-hmm. He sees we need a running back. He sees we need a DM outside linebacker type of a linebacker, a safety. He gets it. He's not trying to be too smart. Love the moves he made. I don't think we overpaid for Saquon. And even if we did overpay, it's over. It's a 3-year deal.
Really a 2-year deal.
Yeah, you're not locked in forever. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
You got an elite running back for the next 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That's locked in.
And they stuck to their values of putting a lot of money into the defensive and offensive line. Like they made that a priority. They re-signed Dickerson. They got Bryce Huff. It's not like they're just like
they need a safety.
Yeah, I mean they got CJ GJ.
They need a cornerback. They need one more cornerback.
They need
you cannot go into the season with Slay and Bradbury. But I love the moves Howie made. Around the NFL, you had a big trade 2 days ago. You had Justin Fields going to Pittsburgh, which I think that's a really interesting quarterback situation because I personally think Russell Wilson's washed. Yeah. I'm good off any Russell Wilson experiment for my team. I would much rather see what I got with a guy like Justin Fields because I think he was kind of done dirty in Chicago, and I think he really showed flashes of good quarterback play at times where if you put him in the right situation, right playmakers.
He's fun. He's flashy.
He's fun.
I had him in fantasy. He was great.
They're going to let Russell Wilson start the first 3 or 4 games. He's going to stink.
Yeah.
And Justin Fields is going to come in, and he might stink too.
Yeah.
But you run with the younger guy that has the potential.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like a way to appease Tomlin. Like they've just had no QB help, and then now you have a veteran. The Steelers always win games.
Dude, you know what? People can say Russell Wilson's good because of 26 touchdowns, interceptions. Just eye test. The Broncos have played in the primetime games
every week
the last 2 years, and he's just been horrible. Cannot move the ball. They can't run the ball. They can't throw the ball. I don't see much difference happening on the Steelers.
Me neither.
I mean, they moved the ball fine with Mason Rudolph towards the end of the year. Kenny
Yeah.
Pickett, they couldn't do shit with. Give me Justin
Trubisky,
Fields.
they really couldn't do
Oh,
anything.
the
with.
Trubisky, they couldn't do shit with. Give me Justin Fields, man. I think the kid's got heart. And I wasn't a big Justin Fields guy coming out of Ohio State because Ohio State quarterbacks
Right.
aren't typically producers, but CJ Stroud's produced.
been
And I
great.
think Justin Fields has something there.
Yeah, I mean, even if he has a year, it's only a 1 year deal for Wilson. I wouldn't be surprised if he learns and then he gets the keys.
Well, you look at quarterbacks that get drafted into bad positions. We'll take Geno Smith for an example. Goes to the Jets. Horrible. Where does he go after the Jets? I forget.
The Giants. He
The
was
Giants.
everywhere.
He's in horrible situations. He had the talent coming out of college. Goes to horrible situations. Now he's making $100 million.
Yeah.
Got a huge contract. Starter. Shown signs of really good quarterback play. It's kind of all about right situations for these young guys, and I think Justin Fields is one of them.
I mean, their leash is as short as it's ever been. I mean, if you have two, like Bryce Young, if he has another bad year, I don't know if they're going to stick with him. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean, we could say Kenny Pickett's in a similar situation, but I don't think Kenny Pickett has the same talent as those guys.
No,
but
that was a bad QB draft, and everybody was like, it was him and Malik Willis, and they both.
Malik
are
Willis
meh.
stinks. I don't hate Kenny Pickett as a serviceable backup.
Sure.
You'll know right away if he can move the ball, if Jalen gets hurt or not. But young guys, bad situations. I think Bryce Young's in a really bad situation.
Yeah.
Kind of a long shot here, but I think Sam Darnold's been in a bad situation. Gets drafted by the Jets. Horrible situation. Goes to the Panthers. Horrible situation.
I was actually looking at his record. He had a winning record in Carolina his last year there. He only started like 5 games, but he went like 3-2.
He's very inaccurate. He makes bad decisions, but he has the arm strength.
Yeah, I wouldn't hate him as my backup. And
Well, he's starting in Minnesota.
Quote, unquote,
so I think he
starting.
looked really good for flashes when he got the opportunity in San Francisco this past year. And I'm intrigued to see if they start him in Minnesota because I think Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, TJ Hawkinson, Aaron Jones, that's a good offense, good offensive system they have. He could be a guy you could look out for like Geno Smith was.
Right. Just plug and play.
But I'm not going to die on the Sam Darnold train because
No.
I don't think he's actually good, but you never know. Right
Yeah,
system,
and
right place.
they're going to take a quarterback. Whether they start him is another question.
I don't know who they're going to take, though.
I mean, they did that trade to get more ammo. I mean, I think maybe McCarthy, or maybe the Giants take McCarthy. I mean,
I'm good on McCarthy.
I'm
I'd
so
rather
good
start,
on McCarthy.
Yeah, I'd rather start Sam Darnold than J.J. McCarthy.
yeah, I think for me it's Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams.
I think Drake May's going to be fine, too. I kind of think Caleb Williams isn't going to be like that good, but
they didn't win games, which is a little weird. But
anytime someone goes 1 and they don't win games, like it just makes me think about Ben Simmons.
right, just didn't care.
Just didn't care. Like
And I'm not saying he doesn't care, but like you're in college in the Pac-12, you should be able to win some.
I mean, he scored a lot of points. Their defense sucked. Like Caleb Williams has like the individual talent. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like
And then Jaden Daniels, you think he's too small? Like, I mean, he
no,
looks so.
JD's good.
Oh, he's great. He's just got the.
But again, if say the Patriots draft Jaden Daniels,
What's he gonna do there?
it's
He can't do anything.
you're gonna set this kid up to fail.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying Mac Jones is good at all, but I think Mac Jones was also set up to fail.
Yeah.
They got nothing there.
I mean, the last quarterback to really sit and learn,
Jordan Love.
Jordan Love.
Yeah. That was a thing when we were growing up. Your rookie quarterback didn't ever start.
Never.
He's sitting for 1 or 2 seasons and he's gonna learn.
When Wentz got the start week 1, I was like shocked.
Yeah. I mean but it's a different world with quarterback play. You draft a guy at 1.
Yeah.
Like I don't think Bryce Young was ready. Bryce Young wasn't that good at Alabama.
No,
they couldn't. They were not dominant in Alabama.
It also comes down to the short leash for these coaches. If a coach has a bad year, like who's to say he's going to stick around? So they're like, oh, I got to show.
Yeah,
show
I mean,
my
I
guy.
think Bryce Young will probably be better this year, but I don't think the Panthers are going anywhere.
No, I mean, well, he lost his head coach 8 weeks into the season.
They're not
like,
going anywhere. So if he is average again this year, is it another Justin Fields type of thing where like draft him high?
Right.
We have the number 1 pick again. There's a stud quarterback. Are we done with this guy?
Probably.
Probably.
Although I like their new offensive coordinator. He was the Bucks OC, which isn't like a big.
Oh yeah, but he was.
He seems cool.
Yeah,
Like,
we'll
he
see what
seems
happens
good.
there. Yeah, so a lot went on in the NFL, college basketball this past week. MLB starts on Wednesday.
6 a.m. Wednesday.
6 a.m. Wednesday. We're betting on that game.
Yeah, we'll
I don't
be
care.
up.
There's nothing better than waking up and having action. Usually you're going to sleep and you're like, I can't sleep. I'm betting on this game. Shit, I'm never waking up with money on the game.
Yeah.
That's the best thing in the world. I feel like I wake up as long as my team's not like getting cooked early.
Shellacked.
Yeah.
But yeah, 6:05 on Wednesday. You've got Dodgers, Padres.
Who's starting for the Dodgers? Do you know?
I don't know. I mean, obviously Otani's not pitching.
Is it Glass now?
Yeah, I think that's right because Bueller's hurt. He's not back yet.
Dude, I'm so sick of the Dodgers already. They just have so many good players.
Yeah. I mean, I'm playing fantasy baseball and I got Otani, so that'll be fun to follow.
Yeah,
but
Otani's just amazing. He's the coolest, and he's just cool.
he is cool.
I'm very excited to see my guy Bryce Harper out there again.
He's got a
running
little
around.
back soreness I
Yeah,
saw,
he'll
but
be
he'll
all
be
right.
fine.
He'll be ready for day one. He's a trooper.
A little underwhelming MLB free agency for the Phillies and in
general. Well, they're all taking a stand versus Scott Boras. I feel like
Yeah.
we're not going to overpay your guys.
yeah, you got Montgomery.
I mean, these guys are making a shit ton of money. Like personally, me, Blake Snell,
still out there.
he's still out there. I'm not paying Blake Snell to go 5 innings for me.
Right. He wants 2 years, $66 million. I saw.
Don't get me wrong. Blake Snell is great. He's got all the. He's a great pitcher, but he has such a high pitch count. He's not going more than 5 innings. Where a guy like Aaron Nola, he's going 7 innings, and he's got the playoff experience.
Yeah.
The last couple of years, and Snell has good playoff experience too. But
He got pulled.
I don't want to strap in for $40 million for Blake Snell to give me 5 innings and 100 pitches.
Yeah, I mean, I think someone will pay him, and it'll probably be a good team. He's earned that. Sounds like the Astros kind of won him.
He
but
has earned it.
was he the Cy Young this last year?
What?
Did he win Cy Young this year?
I think so.
Like that's unbelievable.
Yeah. Well, he gets a lot of strikeouts.
Maybe he's good.
I'm excited to bet on strikeouts.
He's a little inconsistent. He's had some bad years too.
Yeah.
But he's kind of weird too. But
yeah. So
besides the point.
NBA's been a little wonky the last couple weeks, but Tommy's been on a damn heater. When
saw
Tommy
that.
gets in these grooves with he just clicks the right buttons and he knows what's going on and he just feels good about it. Lock it in. He was I'm like, yo, Tommy, tell me your favorite play today because I just want to hammer it myself. He's like, I love Harden over 8.5 assists. Finished with 9. I hammered it myself.
Walk us through your day the other day where you guys played golf and.
Oh, we played golf. Tommy shot 74. I shot 88. We
Got
cooked
the
my
win.
2 boys. We took them for $150. I was kind of dialed.
Yeah, I mean,
First round out.
First round of the year, that's good.
First round of the year, 88. I hit probably 7 or 8 green in regulation. So I was either getting par or double bogey because I had no short game. So if I got on, I'm just 2-putting and I'm getting par. Or I'm making a birdie. I made a birdie too. Tommy is just consistent as it gets. Like drive straight down the middle, hits the green in regulation. He shot 74. To beat Tommy in golf with strokes, obviously, you need Tommy to mess up. I could play the best golf of my life. You need Tommy to mess up because he's going to shoot anywhere from 74 to 78 consistently.
So you guys played golf and then.
So we played golf. We didn't look at any NBA. We didn't look at any bets. I'm on the course like, yo, Tom, I got to take this live. Like, give me a sec. We sit down at the bar. Yo, Brooke Lopez and Bones Highland. 15 points, 3 threes. I'm like, whatever you say. We just got to the bar. I walk out of the bar to get service to place the bet. My phone's slowing down. I got bad service there. Walk a couple hours later, I got $5,000 in my account from Tommy just saying Brooke Lopez and Bones Highland. And those kind of tickets are just the best.
It's the best. You didn't think about it all day.
You just go with your gut. You don't have to look up much research. Like Malik Beasley was out. Brooke Lopez is going to make 3s. Harden's out. Let's take Bones. Bones he's a Discord guy. He's our guy.
Philly guy.
He's our guy. He's cashed us out a lot in his career.
He's a stud. VCU.
VCU?
Yeah,
well, he's from Philly. He's from Delaware, isn't he?
Yeah.
Love Bones Highland. I don't know why he doesn't play a lot everywhere. They don't like him.
In a locker room, yeah.
Yeah, is he a locker room liability, or a defensive liability? Because when Bones he's the kind of player instant offense.
Yeah.
Bones Highland gets going, he can give you a bucket.
Yeah, I told you I saw him in Philly. He put up the easiest 40 I've ever seen.
Yeah, he walked in the gym, just puts up 40, no problem.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah. I mean, I've said it before on here, but this time last year is when you guys really started cooking NBA.
Yeah,
so
you know what's crazy too? We don't like the slates, but somehow we walk away from these gross NBA slates with a lot of money in our pocket.
Yeah.
And when we love the slates, we don't walk away with money in our pockets. I don't know how it works that way.
Yeah, again, second half of the NBA, you kind of have a better idea of it's post-trade deadline. These guys are settled in. You know who's fighting for a playoff spot. You know who's not. It just seems, Sam Hauser last night, what do you have? 10
30
threes?
points. Yeah, he wasn't even listed for threes. And that's half the battle we're playing. Like, you like Sam Hauser to make threes, like on DraftKings, FanDuel, I'm sorry. He's not even listed.
Yeah.
Don't listen for points.
Yeah.
Only listen for points. Like, come on. I want to bet Sam Hauser to make threes.
If he's going to score a point, it's going to be behind the 3-point line.
And you're not letting me bet his threes. That's ridiculous at this point, man.
Well, same game I saw Tom.
But speaking of yesterday,
Tom hit the Pritchard.
Peyton Pritchard double plus 2,200, 2,500. We love that.
He might be the guy in the NBA who's made people the most money.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Peyton Pritchard, if there's a blowout, they don't have a backup point guard to Peyton Pritchard. He's going to play. He's going to play when they're the game's competitive, and he's going to play when it's a blowout. So anytime you are able to get good value on Peyton Pritchard and it's a blowout, it's almost worth it.
Yeah, or not a blowout. You know, he's going to be out there.
No, because he's not going to get a double-double.
Okay, if he's not, yeah.
Because he's only going to play 20 minutes. But a blowout, he'll play 30. Because usually guys that play in competitive games won't play in the blowouts, but they don't have a backup to him.
And they're the most susceptible team to blowouts. I mean, they're
cooked the
crushing
Wizards.
teams.
Yo, speaking of the NBA yesterday, let's just think about Kyrie Irving's buzzer beater for a second.
Unreal.
Who thinks I'm going to get the ball with 2 seconds left, look up at the clock, do a left-handed hook shot floater over Nikola Jokic? Like, just a thought process to say, like, I'm not going to, like, fade away and do my normal shot. I'm going to throw up a left-handed hook.
Yeah.
That's insane. That made me just watch Kyrie and be like, yo,
He's
he
one
really
of
is
one.
so good.
Yeah.
He's such a pure scorer, and I really miss watching him have, like, control of his own team.
I totally agree.
Like, you haven't seen Kyrie have control of his own team in a while.
No.
Because he went to the Nets, and it was, like,
a mess.
it was Harden.
Boston, it was a mess.
Boston was a mess. You haven't really seen it since he was with Bron, and it's really
Yeah.
it was Bron's team.
Yeah, but he was a perfect Robin.
Perfect Robin to Bron. And I really would love to see him go to the Lakers.
Kudos to him for not, like, complaining in Dallas. He re-signed.
He's got a lot of money, and, like, you're playing with Luka, who's just, like, so ball dominant.
Yeah.
Gonna get all the attention, and you just can do whatever you want still.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing better than watching Kyrie Irving go one-on-one and get to the bucket and score.
He's a killer.
He's amazing. Like, and we saw that 2 years ago when he came back. When the Nets traded Harden to the Sixers.
Right.
First game back, Kyrie took that personally.
Yeah.
Because Harden said some shit about him.
Yeah.
And he strapped Harden.
Honestly,
he dropped 40 on him and strapped him.
That was one in Philly.
That was like, yo, like, why do we get
Dude, that
James
was
Harden?
so frustrating because Simmons was on their bench, like, wearing, like, the full yellow.
Yeah, it was like a yellow
Bro,
jacket.
I was, like, fucking freaking out.
Yeah, but Kyrie, man, like,
Do you think
we're getting, what's the word? We're not able to watch Kyrie to his full potential.
Not at all.
And it sucks because
Partially, he's not in the biggest market, and then he's, you know, B to Luka.
he's beat a Luka. Like, Kyrie's A.
Yeah.
Some people don't think that. Some people don't think Kyrie's A, but I mean, watching him play the game of basketball is like
Special.
it's beautiful.
It's
man.
never been done before. What he can do.
I don't even
really.
care. Watching him dribble, watching him get to the rack, like
Yeah.
go up and under. It's just so easy for him.
Well, on the same topic, I know we've talked Mavs in here before, just because Tommy's got the Luka future. How have they been doing? What have you seen kind of going to the end of the season?
Luka is plus 650 still, and it's because his team is not winning enough games.
Right.
Because he's putting up 30-point triple doubles like it's nothing. And the last time we saw that, it was like Russell Westbrook, and he easily got the
won.
triple double.
Yeah.
I mean the MVP.
Yeah.
Jokic is still minus 230, but man, Luka plus 650, like it's his. It should be his. Even Jokic said it yesterday. Like, I don't know how that guy's not the MVP.
Yeah. And I agree.
They just keep losing to bad teams.
Yeah.
They need to win.
They're not good enough. That's the issue.
I mean, we probably have what 15 more regular season games.
I think that's right. It's
give or
about
take.
right.
I mean, he's got to have a crazy.
He's got to, and but the thing is, they need him to. I mean, last year they lost on purpose to not make the playoffs, which was so weird.
Which was crazy.
So you got to think that he's taking that a little personally, or
I
you
like
know.
hate betting on them because guy like PJ Washington, I'll bet on him and go 1 for 10, and
Right.
then
He's a
next
role
night he'll go
player.
next night he'll go 4 for 4 from 3 and like
Yeah,
score 20 points.
he's a role
Tim
player.
Hardaway like doesn't make enough shots anymore.
People hate him.
I mean, he
Can't make a
misses every
shot.
3. Like I don't get how. Like he's a 3-point shooter. I get it. Guys go in slumps, but you know, shooters just got to see one go in. And
It's
like,
very similar to Clay this year, where it's like, yeah, you got to shoot it every time, but like, man, you're
I mean,
really
Tim
not
Hardaway and
making
Clay,
it.
they shouldn't be comparable because Clay's like the best shooter ever.
Yeah,
One
but
of them.
this year he hasn't been.
I know, but he's playing like Tim Hardaway.
Yeah, exactly.
Tim Hardaway can get away with it. He's a bench player.
Right.
Clay Thompson's a Hall of Famer. Is Clay Thompson? He's not a Hall of Famer?
I don't think so.
You don't think Clay Thompson's a Hall of Famer?
He's missed so much time. Like he's got
Got 4 rings and he's got some of the most.
So does fucking Maurice Spates. Like,
Dude, Clay Thompson. Clay Thompson's Hall of Famer, right? Clay Thompson's a Hall of Famer, bro.
I'll die on the hill that I don't think he's done enough, but I'm happily wrong. I'm happy to be wrong.
He's
on Subway commercials. Like he should be a Hall of Famer if you're on a fucking Subway commercial.
what?
Yeah, bro. It's
Dude, Clay
crazy.
Thompson's a Hall of Famer. 4 rings.
Well, comment down below if you agree. But
You just compared him to Maurice Spates.
no, but I mean, there's guys who have rings just for I mean, he's not a bench warmer.
Dude, Clay Thompson was literally the 2nd or 3rd best player, and he was some nights the best player.
Yeah, but like, I don't know.
And they won 4 rings, right? Yeah, 4.
Yeah.
They might win 5.
Yeah, I don't know. They're not going to win 5 though. They're cooked. He's cooked.
He's cooked.
He
but
won't
they
be
might
there.
not be cooked. You never know, man. Game 5, Clay shows up.
He's cooked.
Uh,
He's coming off. He's missed like so much. Didn't the one of the years he won? They won. I'm pretty sure he wasn't playing, but I could be wrong.
No, I think
Honestly,
it's
I'm
behind,
probably wrong.
but I forget.
Anyway,
Klay Thompson, Hall of
comment
Famer.
down below if you agree
Klay
or
Thompson, Hall of
disagree.
Famer.
But what's next? I mean, stick with the NBA. I mean, 15 games left. Is there anybody else you're liking? I mean, team wise, not MVP.
Team
Like
wise. I mean, some of the bad teams are starting to play well as the year
the
gets.
Spurs.
Yeah.
They played well.
Some of the bad teams, the Pistons are even starting to play well.
Yeah.
Some of the bad teams are starting to play well, which gives them momentum going into the next year. I'm really interested to see what happens with Joel Embiid and Sixers.
Yeah.
Because I think the Sixers, this was their year. This
I
could
mean,
have been their year in the East. The East is weak besides the Celtics.
Who's to say it's not still? Like him
You need
coming
Embiid.
in. Yeah, but he's going to be back in early April.
He's going to be in horrible shape.
Yeah.
He's going to.
The problem is, even when he isn't hurt and they go into the playoffs, he's in horrible shape because
Yeah.
he's tired. It's a
Yeah,
lose
we've talked about this
lose.
enough times. I'm looking forward to seeing him come back, see how the guys who have almost matured without him play. Kelly Oubre playing great, can't shoot for a lick.
Right.
Can get. I didn't know Kelly Oubre can dribble and drive like that.
He can get to the cup.
I mean, he was a pretty good shooter, and then he got hit by a car.
Then he got hit by
Took all his shooting powers away.
He says he got hit by a car.
He says he got hit by a car. Who knows? You got Kyle
Buddy-
Lowry, who's like
I just haven't watched them.
he's
man.
a role
It's-
player, but he's a veteran. Maxi's Maxi. You know, I'm really interested to see if Tobias can figure it out with Joel Embiid back because he's dog shit without Embiid. He's not a run and gun type of guy. Like
No,
you're not going to run and gun with Tobias Harris and win basketball games. He's not going to play well.
he's found his role with Embiid out there.
I really think he started to figure out with Embiid, and I'm on record saying this. He started to play well and finally figured out with Embiid. No Harden, no Doc, not ISO ball. Give me 15 to 20, I'm fine. Without Embiid, you're horrible.
Yeah, it's
with
too
Embiid
much
on the
on him.
court, I need you to give me 15 to 20 every night.
8 shots, like you're not doing too much.
Yeah, every night.
But,
I don't think Kelly Oubre's game is going to stay the same when Embiid comes back because
Just less shots for everybody for sure.
you just can't. He can't get into the lane with Embiid there.
No, and he's not making the spot up shots. But I
He's
mean,
literally the worst shooter.
at the very least, it'll be cool to see Nurse and how they operate.
I love the role that Batum plays for the Sixers.
Yep.
Just corner three.
and like a power
defense.
forward. We never have a power forward.
We never have a power forward.
But yeah, anyway, I mean, definitely need to see how they play those last 2 weeks.
Bucks
with
are
Embiid.
starting to figure it out a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
the
hate
Celtics
that.
are just the Celtics.
Do you think they're going to win? Like, I have this notion. I just don't think they're going
I
to
don't
win.
think they're going to win because I mean, personally, I think the difference for them is Porzingis.
Yeah,
I think Jaylen Brown is a certified folder, except
Yeah.
for a couple games. Like
he is.
gets down to a half court game, like he can't dribble. He could brick every shot. Tatum's
He's great, but
he's great, but he's like hit or miss some nights.
Yeah.
Drew Holiday and Porzingis are great additions. They have a good bench.
I just think they're a little thin. I don't think they're tall enough. I don't think they're
Well,
beefy
who
enough.
are they competing with?
Like, I think they'd struggle with the Bucks, like height maybe. I don't know. Like Giannis. Like,
They would struggle with the Bucks, but they would beat the Bucks.
Yeah.
Like I think the Sixers match up better with the Bucks than they do anybody. Like the Sixers play the Bucks well all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I told you last year I thought the Sixers.
But you
matched
got to
up well
watch
with
out.
the-
You got to watch out for playoff Jimmy.
Yeah, I mean, always, but honestly, yeah, never mind. I agree. Spoelstra and Jimmy can beat anybody.
Well,
They've proven that year and year.
They can beat anybody. They got Bam. Here didn't play last year in the.
Yeah, he
second
had
round,
a
he broke his
broken
hand.
hand.
They
Yeah,
got Rozier, who's like, he's not efficient, but he's a dog.
Yeah.
You got one of our Discord favorite players, Duncan Robinson.
Yep.
They're just built for. They're built for a half court game and a 7-game series, and they're going to be tough to beat for anybody.
100%.
Because Jimmy turned into Michael Jordan.
Yeah,
in the
he
playoffs
does.
somehow.
I mean, they keep games low scoring and like he
Yeah,
just control the tempo.
Yeah, always.
Anybody else in the East? I mean, like the Magic are too young. I don't know anything about the
I'm not in love with the Pacers.
Pacers. Tommy always says on record that their defense is bad, so
Yeah,
you need defense.
who else?
The
The
Knicks.
I like the Knicks. I like a healthy Knicks team. They're 15-2 with OG on the squad. I like the Knicks. I think the Knicks are the best team in the East when healthy, all around. Tibbs, don't love Tibbs as a coach.
Mm-hmm.
He runs his guys into the ground, but Brunson, elite. DiVincenzo, honestly, for what his role is on that team, elite. OG,
Perfect
elite.
fit.
Elite at his role.
The only
at their
question
roles.
mark becomes Julius Randle.
Julius Randle is the biggest question mark because if he comes back and he chucks and they're just out of sorts,
They're not good enough.
they're not good enough. And Brunson can do as much as he can. Like OG's going to strap up defense. DiVincenzo's going to strap up defense and give you 3-point shooting. You got Josh Hart off the bench. You got Bogey off the bench. You got Alec Burks. I would go small if I were them. I would play Randle at the 5
Right.
and maybe Josh Hart, depending on the matchup.
Yeah.
And that's what it is.
Hartenstein's not bad.
What coaches in the playoffs are able to make adjustments? Like, all right, this guy is not going to be.
Right. It's such a big factor.
This
that doesn't
series,
matter
this
in the regular
series, you're
season.
probably not going to be a factor.
Right.
The next series, you could be a factor.
Yeah. The
This
Sixers
is
had
not
that,
for you.
Yeah, the Sixers have done that in the past with guys, but Yeah, I mean that's why I'm like Joe Mazzulla's been there once. Like,
Yeah, I like the Knicks. I think the Knicks are going to be a struggle. They're going to struggle. They're going to give every team a struggle because they play defense.
yeah,
They play really good defense.
Yeah.
And it's all about if they can score, man. Knicks can score.
they can score.
Well, you could score in the regular. Everyone can score in the regular season.
It's true.
Their games are low scoring. They're used to those low scoring games.
That Sixers game, 79-73.
And the Sixers beat them. Like that's just the regular season. A Sunday NBA regular season game is just anything could happen.
Yeah,
It's
these guys
just
went out
a
last
crapshoot.
night. They're fucking
Yeah, especially if you're in
tired.
like Miami, like
Yeah,
went to the club, you got to play at 1 o'clock on a Sunday. Like I'm gonna stink.
yeah,
Like think about if you went out all night partying, drinking, like having the night of your life. Got to wake up tomorrow and go play a basketball game, and you don't really care that much about it. Like you're gonna play like dog shit most likely too.
got to be at shoot around at 10:15.
Yeah,
like, come
bro,
on.
I'm playing like dog shit. I'm giving you half effort.
Yeah,
And that happens all the time in the NBA. If you ever like closely follow teams that play the Heat have a crazy home court advantage because
yeah.
they're
Guys
just
are going
used to
out.
it. They're going out.
Harden, whenever he's in a town with a good strip club, like forget about it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about James Harden, but I'm good. I don't like James Harden. I'm just
They're
like
good. I mean, he's
they're good. I just don't want them to win because
There's
what
a lot of
happened with
guys
the
I don't want
Sixers.
to win. The Knicks I don't want to win. The Bucks I don't want to
Well,
win.
listen, if it's not the
Clips.
Sixers, who in the East would you want to win?
Yeah, no one. I
You
mean,
have
I
to
don't.
pick one.
Boston, I don't want to win. Milwaukee, I mean, like Milwaukee, I don't hate,
No,
but like
fuck
I
it.
hate Pat Bev at this point. He's kind of a bitch, and I don't like
I don't
Doc.
hate Pat Bev.
He threw the ball at Nurse, like he's
Bro,
just.
belt to ass.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like he's just pandering.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Pat Bev's got the loudest mouth for like
Honestly,
a backup point guard.
I
that
wouldn't
beats
hate the
before.
Knicks. Like,
I know. It's
you know
the
what I
Knicks.
mean?
The Knicks are the most likable squad because, like, I like Jalen Brunson.
And part of it is like our whole life. Truthfully, New York sports the last 10 years have been garbage.
I don't know when the last time the Knicks were.
Any New York team,
Good.
think about it: Jets, Giants, Yankees, Mets, garbage.
The
10
the
years.
last 10 years, yeah.
Like
I think about when I was in high school, like Yankees World Series,
Yep.
Eli Super Bowl,
since then, nothing.
Jets never.
The Mets in like 2016 against like the fucking Royals. Like,
Yeah,
that's it.
shout out Daniel Murphy or David Murphy.
David Murphy.
David
I don't
Murphy.
know. You might be right.
Yeah, I was in college and my boy hit me up like, "Yo, we should take the Mets to win the NL East."
Oh my
or
god!
to win
yeah.
the NL, the National League, and I'm like, dude, why? They just traded for Yoenis Cespedes. They have this young stud in Jacob DeGrom, young stud in Noah Syndergaard, Matt Harvey. All right, I'll throw $10 to win 800.
Yeah,
They won.
that's sick.
Shout out Yoenis Cespedes. Like that was so fun. That's like early gambling for me. I
Yeah,
think
that's
about
like a future
Anytime
bet.
I'm throwing $10 on something,
It's a throwback
I'm like, wow.
on a bookie for sure
On
too.
a bookie,
There's
for
no
sure,
legal
bro. My
gambling.
bookie had to pay me that 800
Quick.
so fast.
Monday morning hit. Let me
Monday
get that.
morning, like yo, and like it's the worst when that win will cover a loss.
Oh yeah.
I
You're
waited
like,
all year for this win, and it covers my loss. Like,
you're like, oh god.
horrible.
So we touched on MLB. We touched on NBA. We touched on NFL.
Let's touch on
we
the
gotta
bracket.
talk the bracket.
Let's hit the bracket up real
Yeah,
quick. I got the
100%.
bracket listed.
You know, it's a
right,
lot of
so-
people were complaining, man. A lot of people didn't like the committee's choices. Michigan State,
You know,
Virginia.
I didn't watch it. I mean, Michigan State, I'm glad they're in. All right, so let me first fraud team that I see when I look at this bracket. FAU is so fraudulent. They are not good.
Right.
They could score whatever. They are not good. And all year you watch FAU. I swear to God, I watch because
Yeah.
I'm betting on FAU all the time. They never covered for me. I'm like, this team stinks.
Right.
That's why I threw 500 on Temple versus them to win.
Yeah. What seed are they? 8?
They're an 8. They're playing Northwestern as a good guard. I think his name's Bobo.
Bobo. Bo Bowie.
Yeah, Bo Billy.
He's tough.
Give me Northwestern there.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not like confident on that, but I just like I think FAU's a bunch of frauds.
Yeah. They have a good coach, but
UAB, San Diego State, great matchup. UAB can shoot and
yeah,
score.
They really can.
San Diego State plays good defense though, so
That is a good matchup.
that's a really good 12-5 matchup. I kind of like UAB, but I got to see kind of what the line is and look into that.
Have
more.
lines come out?
They
I'm
came
sure.
out. I haven't looked at them yet. Mississippi State, Michigan State, like Mississippi State, just
They're not that good.
who?
Mississippi State.
They're not that good, but
They're
they
not.
just played. They just played a good tournament. So
Yeah.
I mean, I like Michigan State there, but I got to see the line there. Grand
Yeah.
Canyon's good versus St. Mary's.
That's a good one.
All right, here's a sleeper for you guys. New Mexico is beating Clemson.
Right.
New Mexico is. I watched New Mexico. They can get up the court. They can play ball. Clemson not that good, but here's the thing: they would play Colgate or Baylor next, and I think they could beat either one of those teams too.
Yeah. I don't think Baylor's getting a ton of respect.
They're not. They're not that good either.
Yeah.
No one's that good.
Yeah.
It's pretty open. Colgate's not that bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Colgate could
Dude, the
like-
way these small schools, when they put it together on offense, it's the prettiest thing
Yeah,
in
I
the
mean,
world.
listen, people are going to be like, this sounds crazy. Like Colgate can't beat Baylor, but
There's going to be a 14 seed that wins.
there's always a team that wins that you don't expect it. And like,
Yeah.
you'll know in the
Fairleigh
first.
Dickinson last year, bro.
Yeah,
It's great.
dude, like, I'll take my shot on Colgate over Baylor. I'm probably going to bet that money line.
That'll be like 7 to 8 point spread, I bet. It won't be that crazy.
And it's crazy because I feel like in my mind, Colgate, a team named after a toothpaste,
Yeah.
is going to take down Baylor.
They're usually, dude.
Baylor's great,
yeah.
but like Colgate,
They've been in it for a few years in a row. They almost beat somebody last year.
Vermont, I think, or Arkansas, something
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Colgate's
Arkansas,
nice.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good. Those are some good matchups. Nevada, Dayton, no clue.
Like, bad match.
Arizona's going to crush Long Beach State. Let me find another one. Texas A&M over Nebraska.
Nebraska can play.
I know that dude. The
The Asian kid's
Yeah, the Asian kid's
Sunginga,
really
whatever, I
good.
forget
I
his
don't know
name.
how he's so good.
So good.
Wisconsin JMU is a good one. Shout out Big Cat and PMT
Yeah. Yeah.
or PFT. JMU's good. JMU's good, but
30 wins.
I think they're going to be probably the most bet dog to win.
Yeah.
And that's one of the ones where Wisco just probably blows them out.
Yeah. On the air yesterday during the broadcast, Wally Zerback was like, I promise you, like, JMU's going to win. While they were showing the Wisconsin team, so they definitely have some juice under them. They're gonna be
Yeah,
hyped.
those
They're
are the
gonna be hyped.
ones where like, yo, like JMU can hang with anybody, and we're
Yeah.
like easily probably
Yeah.
probably plus 2, plus
I mean,
3.
the books know, like, the spreads on these games are going to be tight. 5-12, like, everyone knows there's going to be a 12-5 upset. It always happens, but the books are going to be on it.
yeah. NC State could be Texas Tech. Like, wow,
I know
this is my
nothing about
first time.
Texas Tech.
What'd you say?
I know nothing about Texas Tech.
They struggle to score. NC State can get buckets. I
They
watched
got
NC State right here. They get buckets.
DJ Burns.
Kentucky, Oakland's it's a good one, but Kentucky should win
Kentucky's
that.
way too good,
Yeah,
in
but
my opinion.
Oakland's good, like 14-3. They always win. You're always screwed.
I didn't think Kentucky should have been a 3 seed. I thought they should have been like 4. They got a lot of losses.
They don't play defense.
Yeah, they have 10 losses.
Yeah. Marquette, Western Kentucky. Like Marquette's not that good either, but they should be.
They got
Western
Kolek
Kentucky.
coming back though.
McNeese could beat Gonzaga.
Yeah, 30-win team.
McNeese
Will
could beat
Wade.
Gonzaga. Oregon could beat South Carolina. I'm sorry, I say Oregon. People say Oregon.
Oregon, South Carolina. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, South Carolina had a really good close to the
Yeah.
year, but I don't watch any Oregon, so I don't know.
They played really well the other night when I watched them.
They won
Yeah,
Pac-12.
so that's like those are like my initial thoughts from looking at the bracket. I obviously have to look into the lines a little more, but
yeah.
I do feel like it's fairly like why you got UConn and Houston. They are men among boys.
Yeah.
Besides that, I think it's wide open.
I think UConn's even in a tier above
UConn
Houston.
is so good.
They are awesome.
They're so good.
Cam Spencer.
Houston's so good. I don't care they lost. I mean, Iowa State's
They're
good too.
they're banged up a little though, Houston.
I know.
That's why they got cooked.
But like this time of year, like
That's when you lock
you gotta
in.
win what 5 games?
I think more.
No,
you
1,
might be
2,
right.
3,
Maybe
4,
6.
5, 6
to win
games.
it all. Yeah.
Win 6 games. That's
That's
my.
it.
You got 6 games left of your career. Like
But one at a time.
one at a time.
One at a time.
One at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't made a bracket
Just,
yet,
dude,
but
I'm so excited to sit here and gamble my face off.
Thursday.
Friday, we're probably gonna live stream, see how it goes. I gotta watch my mouth.
Yeah.
Someone told me I was cursing too much,
Richard
but I
said
get
his
mad.
kid
I
was
get mad.
listening.
I'm like, yo, what are you?
Nah,
doing?
he ended up saying that he liked it.
No, it's my bad for cursing. We got the playing games starting
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, Howard Wagner, and then you got Colorado State versus Virginia.
What's
Yeah.
up with a 10-7, like a 10 seed playing game? I must be missing something. Why wouldn't an 11 seed be the playing
Like
game?
for me, I look at this and I look at Virginia and Colorado State, and like
Snoozer. I have no idea.
Virginia stinks.
stinks.
They can't make free throws, but the line's 1.5.
For them? They're
No,
good.
for Colorado State.
I don't know anything about Colorado State, but like that, their conference
Colorado
had like
State,
the
they have a
most
good guard
teams
who played
in.
like they usually can score. They have a good guard. He didn't play well the other night versus New Mexico.
I mean, Tony
Their
Bennett's
pace
a winner.
is usually
That's
fast.
Tony Bennett. Yeah, is his name right? The Virginia coach.
Tony Bennett.
Yeah,
Like it's the
they've
same
won.
story every year with the Tony Bennett team. They struggle to score. They play good defense. They have one really good shooter.
Did they lose to Furman last year?
Yeah.
Okay, well the year they lost to UMBC, the next year they won it all. So maybe they're fired up this year.
Nah,
Although
they
they're
stink.
10 seed.
They stink. Montana State, Grambling State playing game, no clue. Boise State, Colorado's a good one.
Boise State, Colorado. Yeah, I don't know much.
I don't
about
know. I don't know. And then Howard and Wagner. I think Howard might give Wagner the work, but who really knows that much about Howard and Wagner?
Did you hear the thing about Long Beach State?
No,
Their coach got fired before the conference tournament, and they said you can just coach the conference tournament, and they won the conference tournament, so he's still coaching, but he's
that's
fired.
the strangest thing I ever heard.
So weird. Just wait till the season's over.
What if they win? What if they beat Arizona?
He'll get a job elsewhere.
He'll
I
get a job
guess.
anywhere in the country.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking that for Adam, Coach Fish for Temple. I thought, you know, if they win this game over UAB and they win this tournament with this team,
Could be a big step up for him.
he might get another offer somewhere else.
But also at the same time, if they lost first round, he might get the fucking boot.
No, he's not getting the boot year one.
I mean, after the investigation, like,
He's not getting the boot year one.
but it was big for their program.
Dude, if they win, if they have a really good year next year, like, don't
Yeah.
be surprised if Villanova calls.
Yeah. Oh yeah. If
I don't like
Neptune,
Villanova's coach.
if Neptune, if he's so bad,
So
I want to
bad.
root for him.
He's so bad.
They'll end a game like they just run the clock down and then throw up a prayer.
Yeah,
And
I
it's
don't
a
like
$3 million
Neptune.
roster.
I think Fish is a good coach.
He's the man.
Yeah.
And they have no NIL money. They have
They
no
have
big
no
recruits.
money. They're asking me to donate. I'm like, dude, I'll give you $50.
People were wondering if you were the ones making the line movements.
Dude.
No.
So many people hit me up if I knew about that. I'm like, dude,
You're
if
like,
I knew
what?
about that, I wish I knew about that. I don't know shit about that.
It's like you're like, I'm betting on Temple. I'm betting against Temple anyway. They
Dude,
stink.
what do you mean? I went to the Temple game. I took them -6.5. They
Yeah.
missed a free throw
Yeah.
to make it 7.
Yeah.
I lost 500 at Temple.
That was like their first win in like 2 weeks too. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they
versus
stunk.
UTSA, which they're
Yeah.
playing like University of Texas San Antonio, University of Alabama Birmingham. Like,
Dude.
we're in North Philly.
Yeah, dude, get Temple back in the A10 for the love of God.
Yeah, right.
It's the best.
They should,
play-
they should be playing St. Joe's
St.
multiple times
Joe's,
a year.
Richmond, Dayton.
Yeah,
like
what
that's
is
their,
Temple doing in the American?
and all the good teams in the American left. And for what, dude? You saw the game. There's no one there. It's the
No.
only conference tournament where no one's there.
Dude, I was actually impressed with UAB.
Yeah,
They're good.
They're legit.
They're
I
good.
thought we had no
But
shot.
San Diego State's good.
Yeah, that's a good game. I mean, that's high power offense
Yeah.
versus methodical offense.
All right, I think we kind of hit every point that we want to talk about.
Um,
Big week for the lounge.
Yeah.
Big week for the lounge Discord. We are locked and loaded.
we're locked in Thursday,
I
Friday,
gotta remember
Saturday.
to eat on these kind of days when I'm going to be here gambling all day. I just forget to eat.
my
'cause I'm
job.
locked in. And all of a sudden, it's dinner time, and I'm like, damn, I haven't eaten all day.
That's my job. We're gonna definitely eat
Yeah,
this
just
week.
feed me food and water.
We got games tomorrow, right?
Lock in with my good luck Gay for Gambling candle. If you need one, go to gayforgambling.com. They're $20, $19.99.
Yes.
They all
work.
Discord members should get one. Light them up.
They work.
They work. They're a good luck candle.
Shout out G4G.
Shout out G4G. All right, love you guys. Let's
They
go.
work. All right, let's go.